Hey, y'all, welcome in the building. Listen, we are waiting on our guest, okay? She told me she was running 10 minutes behind, so she should be here soon. We're going to continue this conversation. If you missed yesterday's train, go back and watch, okay? We had an express train ride yesterday, and we had a hot topic, a heated conversation. And it started off with the situation with Bryson, Nene Leakes' eldest son, but it kind of went into a bigger direction of just in general about how long should you be helping your children? Do we cut them off once they become adults, or do you help them until the bitter end? And there was many different opinions on the subject. So I reached out to Simone, and Simone has a little more insight, with the whole Bryson situation, and she agreed to come and chat with us. So as we wait for Simone to enter the building, I will say this. You know what? I gotta back up a little bit. Rest in peace to Tony Bennett. Rest in peace. Lived a good life, right? 96 years old. So RIP to Tony Bennett. Don't know who Tony Bennett is? Look him up, people. Look him up. All right. And so tomorrow, just to give you some updates on some things that I'm going to be doing, tomorrow we will continue with book club. I believe we are on rule number 5. So let me just go ahead, hold that up and show this to you in case you want to stop by tomorrow. Not sure what time yet, okay, people? So don't quote me on the time yet, but I'll figure it out. But 8 Rules of Love, Jay Shetty, how to find it, keep it, and let it go. Once I get up to rule number 8, I will be giving away a book. Also, I'm almost finished with a gentleman. He sent me his book, and he has all what a story to tell. So, and soon we will be squeezing in. His interview so he could tell us his story. Thank you. Yes, so we're waiting for Simone to arrive. Let me just see. Everybody, thanks for being in the building, and hit the like button. Like Sherry, Ask Your Mama. Does she have a book called Ask Your Mama? Okay, I have to maybe look into it. Yes, Tony Bennett, a legend, rest in paradise, Tony. Absolutely. What up, Don? Okay, I'm glad to see y'all all in the building, and I hope that y'all are hitting that like button. Okay, listen, out in the streets, just to give you an idea what's going on and what might be on some of our upcoming trending topics. I'm sick of them playing in our face. They still trying to act like Jamie Foxx is all right and he's back to work. Well, let me tell you this. Until he does an interview with Gayle King, I'm not falling for it. Okay, when he sits down and talks to Gayle about everything that happened during this medical emergency, that's the only time I'm going to believe that Jamie Foxx is okay. Until then, it is what it is, and it's whatever. All right. So a lot is going on in these streets. Let me tell you this too. What is his name? Kevin Costner's wife. She's a pill, but she out there living her best life now. Now that she got her judgment for $120 something thousand a month, she on vacation, she chilling, she living her best life. And I guess I don't know. Here's the thing: prenups got to mean something in this world, right? But I don't know. It's just crazy. Wait, who is this, Priscilla? Let me see. Let me try to put your thing up here. Bill Geddes, co-creator of the bill. Oh, really? Passed away at 68. Was he sick? I wonder what happened. All right, that's crazy. All right. So it's just like woo, child. Well, hopefully she'll arrive soon. Give her some more time there. It's only 8:05. I know she told me she was stuck in traffic. So, we'll give her time to get in. But in the meantime, we can all chat and make sure that you hit that like button, okay? Hit the like button. It's really Hey everybody, I'm glad to see y'all in the building. It is really hot out here. You know what? Matter of fact, Royer, if you have time, but only Royer hit on the link, I'm gonna drop my stay. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna drop the link if you want to pop up for a second and chat with me, Royer. We'll drop the link. You know what? And if you didn't see it, go to Sherelle's show that she did today live. That darn there's more to that Carly Russell story. It's just crazy. It's like totally insane, right? This girl had a lot of issues. If you go back and look at her social media, it's actually pretty sad. But you know what? People were saying, right, that they was thinking it was like a mental health issue thing, right? Yeah, that's what she told me. The traffic is crazy, and she's in Atlanta. Atlanta traffic ain't no joke, and the weather is very bad, lightning and thunderstorm. Woo! Well, let's hope she's able to make it. But she did tell me. She said she's in a lot of traffic, and she's on her way. And actually, okay, let's see. Roya's gonna join me to chat a little bit. Hey, Roya.
Hey, Auntie. Hello, everybody.
Happy Friday. Happy
Happy
Friday.
Friday.
Hey,
Listen, I'm getting my situation set up and I'll come on camera. Hold on.
okay, okay. All right, get your situation set up. Yes, yes, yes. So I have some good questions that I'm going to chat with her about because I know she has some she's home setting up now. So she's working it, y'all. She's going to be with us soon.
Auntie Diva, I got a question real quick, just
Yes,
just
Lord.
while we're waiting.
Yes.
Um, can we address the Dwight Howard situation for a moment? Can we talk
Oh,
about that?
absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, go ahead. Talk. Yes.
Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, sorry y'all, I'm just sitting up real quick. There was a situation with Dwight Howard. He allegedly linked up with an individual on Instagram. Him and the individual met up. Apparently, it turned into a threesome with a male that dressed as a female.
Unauthorized threesome.
Period.
Yeah.
Unauthorized threesome that this young man felt uncomfortable with. He was forced to,
What
he
happened?
was forced to, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. He was forced to continue the interaction with the individual. And so he has now filed a lawsuit for harassment, assault, and battery. So
Look at
y'all need to go
me.
read this Radar Online interview because it's wild. It's wild.
Wait, hold on. Look at you looking cute on Friday. Where you trying to go?
Listen, I'll be running out in these streets, and when you say you need me to come on the live, look, I gotta come and help the auntie. Listen, pop up in a minute.
Okay, okay. Yeah, wait, somebody said Dwight paid that man for his,
Uh
time.
oh.
Oh,
Mm,
you know
mm.
what? You know what?
Y'all gotta read the story though.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
gotta
may
read the
cover that
story.
another day, Raya, because you know what? We're gonna talk to the people because I feel there's some holes in the story that I don't like. There's some holes in the story that I don't like. And the holes
It's
in the
some
story,
holes and some untruth as well. Some untruth.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you now they gotta read. Y'all gotta go read the story. Y'all read the story so
Hmm.
that we can chat about that because yeah, it's a serious story. And the man just said he felt uncomfortable, but I had a problem with he allowed the other person that was part of this unauthorized threesome, according to him, to take him home. Like, why would you take him home?
It was a mess. It was a
Yeah,
mess. But I'm super excited about tonight's interview. I
yeah.
really think that our guests will be able to shed some light, some true light.
Mm-hmm.
I think our conversation last night, it was very opinionated as it should be, but
Yes.
hopefully she will be able to bring us some facts so that we can really bring a conclusion to this whole situation for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion, I really think that Nene, should be there to help the best she can. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't think nothing should be done. I think, help, some kind of help should be given, you know, I think it was
Yeah.
Trent last night that revealed to us that Brent did not live, or excuse me, Bryson did not live with his mom until, Housewives of Atlanta started. So, oh, well.
You know what? Trent always
Trent was dropping the knowledge last night, and we're gonna see if he
he
can drop
was
some knowledge to us tonight
he
too.
was. But Trent, you always want to start some mess. Thank you for the super chat. He said he wasn't expecting to split his feet with Kitty.
He said three is a crowd. Three was a crowd for him.
That
Okay.
being said, Diva, did you hear about the latest arrest in Las Vegas regarding the death of Tupac? I've been reading up on
Mm,
that because I've been trying to do a story. I'm trying to get the stepbrother did an interview, but the clip that I found of his interview, it doesn't, you don't hear the woman asking him questions, you just hearing his response. And so I'm trying to get the whole interview so you can hear her question and hear his response, because the stepbrother was like, get the popcorn ready. He feels like this is a joke and they're playing games. But yes, I've been reading about this Tupac story, and it's very interesting because, you know, time goes by so fast sometimes. I didn't realize it's been 27 years.
27 years.
27 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Irene. Yes, yes, yes. So our guest is preparing. She's setting up. So hold tight. But we're going to talk about some things. We're going to get into this, right? Nene, close your pocketbook.
Mm-mm.
No.
Well, it was closed before Real Housewives of Atlanta, so I think it's about time she can finally open it up and put it to good use.
Come on now. But listen, now, Roy, Clea said no splitty with Kitty.
Y'all messy. Y'all are so messy, and I love it. I love it.
I cannot. Yes, Ashley. Hey, Fifi. Yes, Ashley. Last night's live was good. Good. Very heartfelt. It's a lot. And you know what? I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely not trying to excuse people. Sometimes you get tired and you get fed up. Do you know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? You get tired and
Yeah.
you get fed up. It's like, you know, you done helped all you can. Well, how much? Sometimes people like, well, how much do you want from me? And I'm just saying, you know, give compassion. Don't suck. Don't drain yourself. Don't drain yourself. Okay.
I mean, listen, if Carlita's family can fight for her knowing she lied, then Nene can at least step up and try.
You cutting up on a Friday. I can't do it. I can't do it. You cutting up on a Friday. You cutting up on a Friday. Don't do that. Uh,
Oh my
Carlita
gosh.
definitely had. She definitely has issues.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that she played us out like this. I don't. But I listen. Apparently, there's going to be the charges are a little. They're a little steep. They're a little steep. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. It's crazy because she lied to the
Oh,
cops.
you can see my t-shirt. Oh, y'all can see my t-shirt. Yes.
See Tupac, come on now.
Yes.
You showing off. You showing off. No, sir, what's in your
No,
cup?
sir, what's in your cup?
All
Listen, a
right.
little look, how y'all know? A little bit of everything.
All right, Bria. Our guest is in the building. I'll see you later. Manda Chat.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Bull. Appreciate
Hit
you.
that like button, y'all.
Yes, yes. All right, guys, are y'all ready? Come on now. I want y'all to give a warm welcome to our guest that is coming in the building. We had a conversation last night, and this conversation is really bigger than you think. And the reason why I'm saying that to you, because so many people in this world, they suffer from substance abuse. Imagine Madonna, Prince, Whitney Houston. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So we're going to welcome into the building, okay? Simone. So hold on, everybody. Hey.
Hey,
Listen, thanks for making it. I know I heard it. So the
it
weather is kind of bad out there and
is.
a lot of traffic, but you look amazing. And
Thank you.
you're welcome. Thanks for joining us. And, you know, helping shed some light on this conversation that we had yesterday as the recent result of hearing that Bryson, you know, is behind bars, right? So it's heart-wrenching because you never want to see anyone have to go through this.
Right.
And there are many people out in this world where their families have this same situation and they go through the same thing. So we want to talk about it. But before we talk about it, I want to say welcome. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming over here to the Gray Tribe. And I really want to start out by saying, how did you meet Bryson?
Actually, Bryce was following me on Facebook for like 2 years, and he was trying to meet me for years, and I would blow him off. And then he finally just said, "I'm coming to Indiana." This is when I lived in Indiana.
Okay.
Oh, him, his friends, everybody made a trip up to Indiana, and ever since then we've been friends.
Wow. Persistent people. Y'all hear that, men out there? If y'all want something, y'all better go for it. Okay? He said 2 whole years. Yeah, I'm not mad at him for
Years,
this,
yeah.
honey. Wow. Okay, wonderful. So how many children do y'all have together?
Just one. He
Oh,
has five, but I have one with him.
okay. And
Hmm.
you get along with the other moms of his other children?
The first one, we are cool now. In the beginning, of course, it was rocky, really
Right.
rocky. But now we do get along. The middle, baby mama, no.
Okay. Yeah, it's understand. Listen, we sometimes it's like that, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you know what though? Sometimes you can pray that maybe there's going to be a full circle moment in the understanding that all of y'all have children that share the same
right,
father.
exactly.
Maybe there could be a come around. So,
Mhm.
how old is your child with Bryson?
He's 5. He'll be 6 in October.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right. And so be prior to Bryson getting into this current situation,
Hmm.
was he co-parenting with you, seeing his son,
No,
being responsible? No.
no, no, no,
Okay.
no.
Wow. But so I guess with that being said, is it because of the current situation, like everything that he's going through is why he's not, co-parenting, or what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a number of things, to be honest. One, it is his mother because she doesn't want him to have any involvement with us. Um,
Wow.
yeah, and she has made that very clear. Um, and two, it is his drug situation. I don't agree with it or condone it.
Right.
Um, so I won't allow him to do it in my home. So he chooses not to be around because he'd rather do that than be around. Um, so it's just a number of things that play in it.
Wow. So, you could answer however you want and however much you can, but why is it that you feel, in your opinion, that Nene is so dead set that she doesn't want him to have anything to do with you and this particular grandchild?
Um, me particularly is because she says I'm disrespectful.
Oh,
So in the beginning, she and I were fine, we were cool, didn't have any argument, nothing, it was nothing. I was at her house, going to her events, etc. And then her mouth started popping off a little sideways. And I wouldn't allow it. I said, I don't care what your name is or what your status is, but I'm gonna talk to you just like you talk to me.
right.
And we started tit for tat, and it just got out of control. She told me, she sent me an email and said she doesn't give a f about
Your
Blaze.
child. Oh,
Hmm. And then I hit her deep and said, well, that's why your mom didn't give a f about you.
mm,
And it just went back and forth, and then it's just like I think it went too far too quick.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. In terms of that situation, I do pray. You always got to pray that there's like a come around moment. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, she is your son's grandmother,
Mhm.
and her son is the father to your child. So
Right.
hopefully, there could be a turnaround moment with that. Now,
Have, sorry. I was gonna say I have, this we haven't had a confrontation in 4 years now, 5 years. When this happened, this was back in 2018 or 2019. And then I actually still send her pictures and videos of Blaze, um,
oh,
his birthdays and just how he's growing and, changing. And he's hilarious, and I just give her updates on him. And I know she sees it, she just doesn't respond.
got it. Well, listen, that's you doing the best you can. You doing your part. part. So that's nice. That's really nice. So
Yeah.
what exactly do you know about, Bryson's or Bryce upbringing, that could perhaps might play a role into, how he fell into the drug havoc and everything that he's going through right now?
Yeah. Well, one, I do believe his ADHD plays a big part of it when he was on, like Adderall and things like that. Um,
Hmm.
ever, um, he had he was raised by Nene's grandmother. And she was in the strip club and things like that. His dad, his real dad, I should say.
Hmm.
Um, he was in his life when Nene allowed him to be. It's kind of one of those things. And then when she got married to Greg, and rest his soul, when she got married to him, he she had Brent, and she loved Brent a little more than she loved Bryce. And what he always said was he always wanted that motherly love that he never got. And I think that also played a role. He had some childhood trauma because he didn't have that mother. And when he came around us, he said this to my mom. He was laying on my mom's couch one day, and he goes, "You guys have that family dynamic that I've always wanted."
Mm.
And so he was just like always around, always around. I'm like, you live with your mom in this mansion and you want to be over here with us, but it's the atmosphere that he wanted. Um,
Right.
so, he wanted that family. He was good with my kids. I have two older children. Um,
Mhm.
and he was good with them. I didn't see anything wrong. But at that time I didn't know he was doing um, drugs. I just thought he smoked marijuana, smoked weed. um,
Right.
so I didn't know it was that serious at that time either. But yeah, he expressed some things with me about his childhood. Just how his mother is and how he wishes she would be. When he didn't go to Greg's funeral, it kind of shocked all of us, because Greg was his lifeline. Um, the house that Nene bought, that's because Greg told her to do it. When Bryce was in trouble for he was in jail for check fraud. He's been in jail, for stealing. He's been in jail, just a lot of jail time. Greg is the one that told her to go get him out.
Wow.
Yeah, she didn't want to do any of that. She literally didn't want to do anything for him. When we saw on TV when she bought him that truck when he graduated, that's because of Greg.
Wow.
Yeah. So Greg was his lifeline. I should say that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's actually it's like breaking my heart as you're telling the story. So when did he, if from which you can know and understand, transition from maybe doing some lighter, drugs, so like maybe harder drugs and just going down the wrong road, so to speak?
From what his friends told me, so when I found out he was doing it, we were actually live on his Facebook back in 2017.
Okay.
Um, and he was sweating. Okay, we were laying on my bed on live, and he was sweating. And his friend called me on my phone and said, "Step away from him." He's like, "I need to talk to you." And I was like, "Okay." So I did, and he said, "Do you know that he is doing?" I don't know if I can say that on here or not, but
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Like a harder
yeah.
substance, something like that. Okay.
And so I was like, no, I thought he just, smokes weed. And
Right.
no, he said, I want you to pay attention to these signs. When you see these things happening, he had just done it.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So me being me, I couldn't just keep that to myself. And, I went back in there. I said, hey, get off live. I want to talk to you. So
Hmm.
I said, are you doing the C word? And he goes, I haven't done it since Thanksgiving. And this was around December of 20, no, this is December 2016, excuse me. He's
Okay.
at since Thanksgiving. And I'm like, so you do that stuff? And he goes, yeah. I said, well, when did you start that? He said, when my mom got rich and we were exposed to it. And
Mm.
oh, from celebrities? He goes, yeah. And I was like, okay, so you didn't do it before then? And he said, no. Um, so I think that's when he started getting addicted to it. And then it just progressed from there. But I do want to kind of jump really quick and say this. I know his charge right now is fentanyl. Um, but the thing is, we found out, actually, I just talked to his dad today.
Mhm.
We are close. We do talk. Um,
Nice.
so I get, I've been getting information since it's been happening. He's been locked up since the third, but obviously it's just now hitting the media.
Right.
Um, but the fentanyl that was found was 100% fentanyl. There was nothing mixed with it. Um, it was nothing else. It was 100%. The police said it was 100% fentanyl. So that kind of hurt me, because I felt, there's just people dropping dead, you know,
Mhm.
from overdosing on fentanyl. Um,
Mhm.
and so when I heard it was fentanyl, I'm like, what is he doing? You know? But then when I heard that it was 100%, I'm like, I feel like somebody was setting him up.
Mm.
Why would somebody just give you 100% fentanyl? And I don't know anything about drugs. You know,
Right.
somebody, oh, he was doing that so he can cut it or something. That, maybe that's what he was doing. I don't know. But to hear that it was 100% and there was nothing else with it, it just kind of hit me a little different.
Oh, that's hitting me too.
Hmm.
And so I hear you keep saying the dad. So is the dad currently in his life and trying
Yeah,
to okay. All
yeah.
right. So
That
he's helping him?
he helps him all the time.
Wow.
However, Bryce is grown and Bryce chooses to listen or to not listen. He doesn't want to call people unless he wants something.
Mm.
He comes around when he wants something. He lies when he wants something. Other than that, you won't hear from him. One of his best friends, who calls me their sister, I met through them. She called me and said, "Hey, did Bryce come to Blake's birthday party?" I was like, "No." She said he called me and asked me for $500 so that he can help with Blaze's birthday party. I said, "Honey, he ain't been to one of Blaze's birthday parties." So she was mad. She was hot. So he just lies and uses people for what he can get from them.
Yeah. Probably because he's really heavy in the throes of his addiction and
Yeah,
yeah, wow, this is heavy. So, God bless his dad though for being there now and trying to help him. Has
yeah,
he been to rehab to your knowledge?
yeah. He's been to rehab twice. Um,
Okay.
one time it was court ordered, and then he got out, and then Nene paid for him to go the second time. And then he got out and went back to it. So like they said that, with that kind of addiction, you have to want it. You have to want to change. And I've had conversations with him and I'm like, he sat on my couch and was like, he cried. He's like, I want to do better for you. And I said, no, I want you to do better for you.
Hmm.
This was about 3 years ago. And he said, I'm gonna have Greg drop me off at rehab. And I said, okay, do you want me to go? He said, yeah, could you ride? I said, sure. He left my house and never went.
Mm.
Never went. So he has to want that for himself. He's 34 this year, and we can't force him to do anything.
Right, right. So we read that he has a court-appointed attorney
Mhm.
because he can't afford one. Was he living on his own or was he kind of living in the street before this happened? Do you know?
No, he lives in the house that Nene bought him
Oh,
2 years ago. Yeah. And he married some girl.
really?
Yeah, it wasn't like a big thing. He just kind of did it secretly.
Hmm.
But there was a motive, you know. Um, but it's just sad. But he lives in that house that she bought him.
Wow. Well, you know what she has done, because I had my opinions last night. She
Yeah.
has done a lot for him. I mean, to buy him a home,
Yeah.
and so he wasn't homeless, so he has a place to stay. I'm shocked to hear that he's married.
Yeah.
Is the wife standing by his side and trying to help?
Yeah. I don't really know the girl too much.
Okay.
She don't like me. Last time I pulled up over there, she was trying to run up on my truck. But I was like, girl, I don't got time for that. And that's not
Right.
even I'm here for her.
Right.
He told her, he's like, back up, he told her back. But so I don't really know too much about her. I hear things, from the other baby mama and from people that, mutual friends.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't really want to give her too much.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
Yeah.
Totally understand. But that's interesting that he is married. It was shocking to all of us, but I mean, if you know about it, addiction, and like you said, most people that are addicts, they do manipulate and lie. That's like unfortunately that's nothing new. So
Right.
the fact that when he got pulled over and gave his brother's name, um, it's shocking. So I'm sure there's charges
Well,
at huh?
his license is he doesn't have a license. They've been suspended for years. He owes child support. Yeah.
Understand. So they
So,
would have snatched him up. They would have kept him even longer anyway if he gave his own name. That's what you're
yep.
saying.
And he violated probation. That's one of his charges, probation violation. So he has a mandatory of 190 days for violating. So he'll be in there for that for a while. And then his charges for the fentanyl and stuff.
Well, now that you're saying that this fentanyl wasn't even cut, I wonder if that's even raises the charges even higher.
I don't know. Like I'm literally like getting information like every day. Like, yeah, the family calls or friends are calling me, his friends are calling me, and just like, so this is what's going on, this is going on. Then I get information from my attorney, who is also in Gwinnett County, about things that are going on. But my attorney is more into it because he owes me thousands of dollars in child support. So now they're invested into it. So
Right. Well, if he owes you thousand, I'm sure he owes the other mamas thousands too. Oh,
they're
he
not,
does?
I'm the only one.
Really?
They couldn't get child support.
Really?
No.
Well, you dropping some information.
There's a whole backstory with that, but I'm cool with the first baby mama, so I'm not going to do that to her.
Right.
There's a whole backstory to that.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Whew, this is a lot. Is him and his brother close?
I like Brent. I like Brent. Um, they're they're distantly close, I should say. I mean, they love each other as brothers, but I think it's more Bryce is envious of him because of the way that he gets treated differently.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I could totally understand that. Yeah. Whew, wow, this is a lot. So his dad, I know you said, did his dad come in the picture more towards as he was an adult, like 18, 19, or he's been there the whole time, like he's been there the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Does he have more siblings on his dad's side? He does.
Yes, he does.
Are
Yep.
they close?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I've met them. His father actually was in he used to be a truck driver. He was in a bad semi truck accident. He was outside of his semi and another semi came up and hit him.
Ooh.
He lost his feet from that. Yeah, he was in the hospital for a while, but I was there every day with Bryce. When it happened, they had to transport him from Florida back here. It was a lot. And the siblings, his dad. So I've met, yeah, he's good with them, but they do their own thing, but they do talk. But like I said, Bryce is more of he'll call when he wants something. That's
Right.
where it's gotten to. It wasn't like that before, but
Mhm.
that's where it's gotten now.
I'm taking it that he's really deep in this addiction.
Yeah,
Um, and usually, unfortunately, with addiction comes depression. Um, it's patterns that goes along with that addiction, and they're stuck like in a vicious cycle,
right.
and they don't know how to quite get out of it. And in the midst of all of it, they end up beating themselves up, which doesn't help either.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Oh wow, it is a lot. I'm shocked to hear that he's married and
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
oh okay.
So when I found out what was going on, like that sounds like him. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
as to why he perhaps married her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So what else, what other insight can you kind of give us about the whole situation? Is this I know he's been unfortunately locked up a few times, so he's probably not going to have a chance of getting off lightly this time. And a lot of people were saying yesterday that maybe the jail time will give him time to get clean and maybe turn his life around.
I hope so, but I think when you're so deep into a drug that heavy, it's not that easy to just come off of it. Um,
Right.
I think the court should definitely order him to go back to rehab because he won't go on his own. Um, but then again, when you are locked up, there are ways to get that stuff.
I know. I Unfortunately, I do know.
Yeah, yep,
It's very sad. It's not
yeah,
drug is definitely not rehabilitation.
yeah.
Um, and the thing about rehab, the court can force him to go,
Hmm.
but they say with rehab until you're ready to go,
Hmm.
it's not going to do anything for you. The
Mm.
person has to want it. The person has to want it.
Yeah.
So I know this is a lot, and so just thinking about your son, like how do you handle that in terms of him, like telling him about his dad?
Um. Sorry, that's touchy for me.
Sure, we could come back to it. We could come back to it. It's okay, Simone. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
All right. All right. Totally understand. All right. All right. Okay. So let's move forward and know this. Know this. I'm praying for you.
Thanks.
Yep. As a mother, as somebody that have many people in my family that have been down this road, I totally understand. So
Yeah.
praying for you. And the thing I like to say is this too, that I'm glad that there's some type of relationship with you and the first baby mother.
Yeah.
Um, I'm
Yeah.
hoping that I'm hoping that eventually all five of y'all could come around and come together. Um, yeah, thank
Yeah.
you, Fly Girl.
Go
She's
to the
phone. Yeah.
we go to the others' birthday parties and stuff like that. So I do love to keep them in the mix of each other. My daughter, and his oldest daughter, the one everybody sees um, on TV, Bree
Okay.
Green. So
Uh,
yeah, when she was born, they just clicked. Like I have pictures of them at I think it was Dave and Buster's together, and they look like sisters.
oh,
Yeah,
oh. Black Panthers, you know what? Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. She said, as a former addict, I'm definitely praying for him. You know,
yeah,
definitely because you understand. I appreciate you for sharing that, Black Panthers.
yeah,
I really do. Yeah. So that's nice. All right. So that's a good thing. And you know what? I think it's a blessing too that his dad and you are close.
yeah,
And so that's a blessing
yeah.
too. So God be with you, Simone. You are beautiful. Thank you, Irene. I appreciate your comments. Thank you. All right. So we'll pivot a little bit and just tell me nothing to do with even Bryce, nothing to do with that situation. How
Uh-huh.
are you doing?
I'm good. um, I'm just kind of one of those that I built myself for it tough, So I think I just take it day by day, My older two, they kind of help me um, just keep saying, like I don't cry in front of my kids. If I feel like I'm overwhelmed or anything, I'll go in my closet and I'll sit in the bench in my closet and just you
Yeah.
know,
Mhm,
breather. My oldest, he'll be 18 this year. Um,
mhm,
and so um I'm being honest here. I had him when I was 14 years old.
Okay.
So I have been a mother since I was 14. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so he'll be going off to college, here soon. And Blaze loves his brother so much, so he's like, oh my God, what am I going to do when he's gone? So now I have to like figure out how to keep him occupied,
Right.
Or she's 13, she's going into her teenage phase and she don't want nothing to do with him. So, really they keep me busy with their sports. And then I'm getting into like the influencer and I want to be an actress. So I'm starting to get more into that and learn more about it. And then other than that, I do my interior design and I work. I'm a medical coder. So
There you go. That's a lot. Well, first of all, congratulations on your 18-year-old. I'm going to college. My son he's going to be 18 in 6 days. No, actually
okay.
5 days. And yes, he's going to college also.
Yeah.
Great interview. She said a mother at 14. And you know what, Simone, let me tell you, there's a lot of single moms out there. There's a lot of young girls who also some are pregnant now, and some, also had their first child at a very young age.
Yeah.
And so I really commend you for, you even being brave enough to say that, and you just being here. And, just if you want to go back, share some thoughts on, back at that time when you had your first child and you found out you was pregnant, and how you got through it, if you remember.
I do. I'll never forget, to be honest with you. I was actually a sophomore in high school. I was the youngest in my grade. And I remember I was in basketball, I was in sports. And I wasn't growing nothing. One day I remember using the bathroom. I was always peeing. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? But at 14, you don't know, about your body like so. I was getting up for school one morning. It was like 6:30 in the morning, and I passed out on the ground. And I went to the hospital. They did an ultrasound on my stomach and everything. And they put it on a piece of paper. They put it in an envelope. And at the bottom of the paper, it says, patient is pregnant. And they said, don't open this envelope until you go see your doctor, your kidney doctor. Okay. And my mom, she was like, I'm opening this paper. So she opened the envelope and it said, patient is pregnant. And she goes, oh, excuse me, you guys have this is the wrong patient, And they go, oh, you didn't know? She goes, what the hell you mean? Excuse me. And they go, oh, she's almost due. And what?
Wait a minute, you was almost due?
Was 8 months pregnant.
Stop it.
Yes. So she was like, my mom said no. So they said, we'll redo the ultrasound for you. Because it was my kidneys because I was peeing so much.
Right.
And so they did the ultrasound. He was laying in my back and his head was turned and he was already tilted. And they said she can have him within 3 weeks. Yeah. They kept me in the hospital.
They did.
Yep. They kept me. Yep. I go back to school.
So they kept you the whole 3 weeks until you had the baby?
Yep. Really? My blood was high. I found out I had a kidney disease, polycystic kidney disease.
Okay.
And then it was just so much that happened. And they were just like, oh no, we need to monitor her. I wasn't taking prenatals. I was in sports, so I was always running, and they had to make sure the baby was okay. And yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
Did your mom pass out?
You would think she did. Oh my gosh, she was on the floor crying to Jesus. She was like, what's the options? And it was like, adoption or keep it. She was like, oh. I was like, I'm supposed to be the one that's a mess. I'm 14 and pregnant.
Oh my God. Yeah. That is a story. You got a list of stuff you want to do. You could write a book.
I know, I've heard that.
Yeah. Absolutely, you can write a book. Yeah. So did your mom help you?
Oh yeah, both my parents were married. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I mean
So
we
wait, you gotta hold on, Simone.
oh
What did dad say when your mom said she's pregnant about
oh
to have this baby?
so he was at work.
Okay.
Okay, called and say, "Get up to this hospital," and he was like, "What does she have, cancer or something?" And she goes, "Just get here." So he rushed up there, and she goes, "She's pregnant." He goes, "Oh, I thought she was dying." And she was
Oh,
like, "She's having a baby," and he was like, "Oh, she has to have the baby." He was just like, it was just like spaced, and I was like, "Dad, there's a baby coming." And he was like, he was pissed. So then he was like, "Who's the dad?" And da 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 da. And I was just like, yeah, it was a lot.
wow. But they stood by you. So and then you went back to school afterwards?
Yes, I went back to school. I graduated high school. I graduated college. I mean, my support system was so good.
Wow.
His dad's side of his family, his grandparents on his dad's side, every weekend from when he was 6 weeks old, they had him every weekend.
Wow.
Every weekend. Um, in my family, we ended up making the guest bedroom his bedroom. It became a baby room. So yeah, I mean, they got me through school. I went to finish school and got a job and been on my own since.
Shout out to the parents, y'all. That's what I was talking about last night, trying to tell y'all. Support. They beat
Yeah.
me up last night, but I'm used to getting beat up. It's fun. We have
Yeah.
a good conversation. Nadi, thank you for sharing. So Nadi said I was a mom at 16.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
a mom at 16. You know, it's a lot of people. And it's always, I think to me, I think it's always great when you have family support because you can get through whatever you're going through just a little bit easier. Just a
Yeah.
little bit easier. Yeah. Wait, so Juice, thanks for sharing, Juice. She said, yes, graduated with a baby at a young age. I'm loving this. Aw, they love you for sharing. Thanks for coming up here. Thanks for being authentic and feeling safe enough to tell your story because
Yeah.
you never know who you can help, right? And who you're helping by sharing. So God bless you. That's a beautiful thing. So what did
Thank
you go to college for?
Fashion design.
Girl.
Yep. But I wanted to be a fashion designer. I wanted to go to New York and
Okay.
go to school, but since I had a baby, I couldn't take him,
Uh-huh.
and one of those attached moms, I'm like, I'm not leaving my baby. So I ended up going to the Art Institute, and then I went to college to do interior design.
Nice. I love it. All right. So listen, Simone, when I move to my new home, I'm doing all black and white in a pinch of color. I'll be calling you, girlfriend. You coming
Call
through.
me. Call me. If you ever watch my stories, I'm like always in Home Goods or the furniture stores. It's
Okay.
session. Yeah.
So you know what, Simone, I know because we tried to connect a while back, and I
Yeah,
remember you were starting your YouTube channel.
I did.
So how are you doing with that?
I did start it. And I'm getting, my followers are coming up, my subscribers are coming up. But I love it. I love it. My kids love it. Instead of doing a blog, which everyone was telling me to do, I didn't really want to invest my time into that.
Mhm.
So we do more of the traveling thing. We travel a lot. So we film our traveling. I do the TikTok thing now, so I'm just vlogging my life because I do I do a lot of stuff. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, that's
Well,
what.
Simone, you gotta email me. I'll make sure you have my email.
Okay,
Email me your TikTok, email me all your stuff
okay,
because I'm gonna update the description of this video and put all
okay.
the stuff in there so everybody can go follow you. Luciana, thank you so much for this super chat. She said, thank you for the wonderful conversation, beautiful ladies. Aw, thank you for being here. And being open and hearing from Simone. Oh, somebody said I always wanted to be an interior designer. I still love it. And let me tell you, I always wanted to go to FIT in New York. So I'm originally from New York.
Yes.
Yes, FIT was my dream. And
Mm.
listen, my obsession is Project Runway. I watch it every season.
God. Yes.
Okay, that is my show.
Yes.
Wait, Nadi says I follow Simone from TikTok and Storm. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Okay, good. Yeah. Simone gives a great interview. Okay, they loving you. They loving Simone. Um,
Thanks, guys.
yes, yes. She said, oh, and they're saying on your some of your social media, they say do some home design. Show us some little tips and tricks.
Um, Go to my interior design page, the interior inspirations. Was my interior inspirations, and I think I have it tagged on my original Instagram as well. But if I don't, yeah, it's my underscore interior underscore inspirations.
Okay, wonderful. And listen, guys, I promise y'all, Simone is going to email me and I will update the description with all of her stuff so you can follow, you can support.
Yeah.
Amazing young lady. Okay, she got the kid about to go to college, right? She still got the other two. She got 13-year-old, right? Got the kids. Support, support. Yes, Carrie, thank you for the super sticker. I truly appreciate it. Oh, in my opinion, we got to talk. I didn't know you was a Project Runway fan, okay? And I'm watching the All Stars right now. Yes. So, okay. Yeah, you know I got a session with shoes. Don't do that. You ain't got to tell the business right now. So, okay, guys, do you have a question for Simone? Okay. Anybody have oh, they said shout out to Simone. Oh, everybody's loving you. Appreciate the fact that you're so authentic and you're sharing. Okay, Dr. Love said wait, let me go there. Do some home designs on YouTube, please.
Okay.
Yes, yes, we want to see your work. Yeah, I'm gonna have to show you. I'm gonna show you a picture of my deck, Simone, because I gotta catch you before you get too big. Because I'm looking for my furniture for my deck now. I'm gonna have to send you a picture. You're gonna help me out. Yes. All right, guys. Does anybody have a question for some? What did I think she might have answered this, man? Was Bryson's dad involved in Blaze's life for a while? So they're saying is Bryson's is Blaze's grandfather, Bryson's dad, involved in his life?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Was you supposed to do some reality show? They're saying something like what happened to the reality show?
I was blacklisted.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I don't know if you saw it, but previously when she was talking about how she was blacklisted by Bravo,
Yeah.
I went live and was like, "Oh wow, now you're upset because you did that to me." So
Oh.
yeah.
Well, karma is a bee, ain't it? Oh my God. Wow. Listen, I don't even watch Zeus. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's a young guy who came up with that network from everything that I read. And I think that's a beautiful story. The fact that he is so young and he built Zeus pretty much from the ground up.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe you should contact him. Hopefully every show over there doesn't have to be so rah-rah. You know what I mean? Maybe you can help turn things around.
Yeah. I was
know.
told Love and Hip Hop should be on Love and Hip Hop. I did hear like something on Zeus. Somebody said, if Nene does a spinoff, they will want to see me on the spinoff. Stuff like that. So I've heard a lot of people say, they would love to see me on TV. So hopefully something does come through, for me. I'm just learning who I can, who to reach out to and just the industry. I don't really know who to talk to.
Right. That young guy, you know what? I read his story. I don't remember his name, but I'm telling you, you should contact him. You really should, Zeus. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk because his name is not popping in my head right now, but a great story, just a great story, right? I'm there loving you. Dr. Love, thank you so much for the super chat. I truly appreciate you. Okay. I'm obsessed with shoes too. I just want to buy them and look at them because I don't go nowhere. Listen, we're to the supermarket. Girl, bye. You should have saw how I went to go get my hair combed today, honey. I went right to the hair salon looking cute because that's the only place I go. Okay. All right. Okay. What do you think about Nene cutting her son off? Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
It's kind of tricky because I'm kind of a firm believer that you never give up on your kid. And again, when your kid, just can't seem to do right, no matter how much you do for them, it's just like at some point you have to just let go. You gotta
Yeah.
let go. And his life was handed to him in so many ways, and all
Mhm.
he had to do was just run with it. So,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. I do believe that this kind of was the last straw for her because he used Brent's name.
Hmm.
And that's why I feel like she's not going to get him a lawyer, or help him through this situation because he went low. He,
Yeah.
he went low. There's many other names you could have used, but Brent.
True. Yeah, that's true. He did go low.
Hmm.
Um, and I can see, yeah, it's tricky, like you said. All right, let's move on because it's so tricky. And it's so, it's so hard.
Yeah,
It's Yeah, it's heart wrenching. Okay, great, and
yeah.
thanks, Simone, for sharing your time. All right, everybody. Anybody else any question? Oh, they said beautiful Simone. Okay, they said, how do we find your YouTube channel? What's the name of your YouTube channel?
The D bunch, and then D as in dog, and then bunch.
Okay. And
Hmm.
like I said, guys, if you catch it here, good. If you can, I'm going to update the description of this video so that everybody can get it then. So I think you came a little late. She said if Bryson's dad was involved, why did Bryce live with Nene's aunt? He actually lived with the grandmother, right?
That's correct.
Okay. He actually lived with the grandmother, and I think the dad was involved, you said, in and
He
out, so to speak.
he was kind of in and out. He was in the streets just like Nene, and
Okay.
they had a very toxic relationship. So there would be times where he wasn't even allowed to see Bryce.
Yeah.
Um, other times Bryce would be over there all weekend, and she would be like, "I want my kid back," or something like that, or she would just want money, and it was they had a toxic relationship. So, but he was in Bryce's life. Bryce knows who his dad is. Bryce was living with his dad for a while when he was homeless.
Wow.
So,
Oh, so he had a period. Uh-oh. Oh, you okay? All
yeah, all right, call came in.
right, no problem. So he had a period when he was homeless?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, plenty of times. There was times that he was over here, because after the drug situation, I didn't allow him to live with me.
Right,
Uh, but when I knew that he was like in the streets, I did allow him to come sleep on my couch.
right.
And it was the same with his dad. His dad has a big house. He has money as well. And so Bryce would go live with him until Bryce didn't want to do right, and his dad was like, "Oh no, you're not doing that in my house."
Yeah.
So, hmm
He had a lot of opportunities, and yeah, he just can't seem to kick that habit, which probably is one of his major problems. In my opinion, she has a good question here. What would you tell young girls and guys dealing with teen pregnancy?
oh, um, stay strong. Everyone, not everybody has a support system, so I honestly wouldn't know what to do without a support system. My parents and my family, my grandmother babysat while I was in high school, so I would just say, keep a great support system, even if, your family drives you nuts. You just stick with it because you're going to need them, to get to where you need to be. It's not easy. It's not it's not at all. I actually did get to a point where I was like, I don't need you guys. And, I was sleeping at my friend's house with my baby, and I'm like, I need to go home. I need to go home.
Stop playing these games. Stop
Right.
playing these games to go home. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Irene, I want to say 5. He has 5
Yeah.
children on
Right.
Bryce. Okay, 5. All right. Let me see.
3 baby mamas, 5 kids.
Okay. All right. All right. Blacklist. Yeah, yeah. You never win when you do wrong. Come on now.
Yep. Yep. Sometimes you got to use hers on her. Okay. Never win when you
Lori, you
play
said
dirty.
that you never win when you play dirty. Lori, I'll put everything in the chat and in the description. Okay, I put the Instagram. I will make sure, I promise I will make sure you have everything. So this is a good question. Cherry said, if you did do a reality show, what would you want it to be about?
My life. Because my mouth is just outrageous. My relationship with my kids, is just, I don't know, I'm like a big kid. I guess having a child so young, it's like we have that bond. Like I said, I travel a lot. My interior design, just work. It just kind of and then the people I hang around, I'm not even gonna lie. The people I hang around are, there's something else too. Actually, the girl that I know that is a mutual friend, she's known too, and she actually wants to start a podcast and a reality show. She knows a lot of people, so I've been talking to her about, like, who can I talk to and stuff like that.
I wish you all the best with that. Yep, I
Thank
wish.
you. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, so Diva, do the Tina Snow on Zeus. Don't send these folks to Zeus.
Wait, what?
I don't know. That's either. I love her, but pretty much she's telling me don't send you to Zeus. And
Oh,
I think that's his name. I think that's his name. So she's telling us his name, the guy that owns or started Zeus, but she's telling me it's too wild over there. Don't send you to
oh,
Zeus.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. They're all telling us his name, but they're like, yeah. She's
I
like,
know people
don't
tell me,
send you to Zeus.
they said go to people were telling me to be on Baddies. Baddies by Natalie Nunn or something like that. I've been
But I
seeing,
think that's on Zeus. That's on Zeus.
yeah, I've seen the previews and like little clips of it and stuff, but I don't watch it.
Yeah,
So
I don't think that's for you. We don't want you on
yeah.
Baddies. Yeah,
Well,
that's
I was gonna be on Bad Girls Club back in 2011, but I was pregnant with my daughter. I got pregnant before I went on there. Yep, I made
we don't
it
want
past
you doing
audition.
that. Yeah, we don't want you doing that. But Toria said Zeus just had a big office party. I saw that, Toria. Thank you. 2 nights ago, VIP invites, and it was a networking party. It was really nice, really a nice party. Hope they change their shows from being so violent. Toria, so do I, because this man is building. He's building an empire. He
Mhm.
really is.
What shows are really violent?
On Zeus, I think everyone over there, they got like a bad boys club. I don't know. Somebody got to name it, but everyone
Uh,
over there is just, it's a lot.
Orlando Brown is
Yep.
on that.
Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just too much. I'd rather see you, especially with all the talent you have with the designing and all of that, not going in that direction, because eventually you may be able to get one of those designing shows on HGTV or something.
That was always my dream. Yep.
Yeah, so you don't want to mess up your reputation and be wrapped up in this fighting and clawing and all that. You're bigger than that, and you got a better story to tell.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, maybe if he had decided to get a nice show over there, you could. Now, Sebastian, am I ignoring your questions? If so, Sebastian, throw your question in again. Because I'm just trying to randomly see, and I will make sure I ask your questions. Sometimes cutting off a kid has them to actually grow up. A lot of people were saying that, Juice, I beat you down yesterday because y'all know how I felt. But you know what? I'm wavering to it just a little bit. I get it. I understand what you're saying. Like, it's after a while, if you did all you can do, what else can you do? Sort of,
Hmm.
right? And the
Hmm.
person is going to have to at some point want it themselves. Does Zeus's ex do? Oh my gosh, she said. I cannot with E. I cannot with E. Okay,
Oh
so Cherry says that I love shoot too. She just don't know about 80 pair. And child, listen, I got a shoe problem.
God. Yeah, I
Okay,
do.
yeah. Anybody else? Time for some tough love. They're saying, okay, Brent is the fave. LOL. Say I
Yeah.
wouldn't get him a lawyer either. You know what though? Let me say, they're saying they'll subscribe to all of your stuff once they get the information.
Thank
Okay,
you, guys.
beautiful. Yeah.
You.
So I will say this. I watched this other show about it's female criminals that have, they went to jail, but now they're out and they're doing better. The show comes on BET. It's slipping my mind right now. But one of the girls said that she actually wished she didn't spend her money on a lawyer. She actually wished she would have just used the public defender, and when she came out, she would have had all her money in the bank. She said because her lawyer did no better than a public defender would have did anyway, because she still did the time. So she said she could have had her a free lawyer and kept her money in the bank than rather all the money that she spent on a lawyer. So it's not all public defenders are bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So maybe he'll get one. We have to pray that he'll get one that is
Yeah.
really going to be invested in trying to help him, you know, get
Mm-hmm.
the best outcome with his background, because it's not like he's a first offender, right? And then,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I heard through the grapevine that they are going to make a fool out of him in there.
I believe it, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh my God, I know I'm gonna be getting some calls, because
Yeah, I believe it, unfortunately. One, because he's connected, like Nene is his mom. And I think anytime that a celebrity gets in trouble, they kind of like to use them as an example. And then on top of that, now they're saying that this fentanyl wasn't even cut. So that's going to give them a reason to say maybe intent to sell, because you know what I mean? It wasn't like it was 100% fentanyl versus it being cut like it was ready for him. It's
right.
just sad. Roya, thank you for the super chat. Has there ever been a real loving emotional connection between Nene and Bryson? That's a good question.
What I've seen, no. Just since I've been around, I can say no. Now, in his past, I don't know.
Yeah.
But since I have been around for the past 7-8 years, no.
Yeah. That's sad. That is sad. Good question, Roya. Thank you for that. Right. And people already thought when Brick got sick, he was on drugs. And just imagine if they would have found out that that was him. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was wrong to give his brother's name, but it probably was the name that came in his mind really quickly. Okay, so they're saying it's called the D Bunch. Did she spell it right?
Yep, that's it.
There we go. In my opinion, you said just subscribe. You got some subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys. Subscribe.
Thank you.
Nadi, thank you for the super chat. Truly appreciate you. Okay. Somebody said, he said, oh my gosh, she can cook too.
I can. I can. Listen, my
Wayne,
family.
you out in these streets trying to get you a date, Wayne? Simone, you have a beautiful smile. Amazing, beautiful smile. You're welcome. Yes. Okay. They want to know. They like, why did Bryce get married?
I don't know if I can say that yet.
Maybe we have to do a part 2, y'all. We might have to do a part 2. But I guess we can make the assumption it wasn't all love. Okay. Sending prayers to you and your kids. Keep your head up. Oh, thank you, Nadi, for telling
Thank you
all
so
that.
much. I will say this: he did propose to me 3 times.
Wow.
And one of the times he used his mom's old wedding ring from her and Greg's first marriage.
Really? Did she know?
No. I told him to take that ring back and put it in her damn closet.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Bryce. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So what made you say no?
I did not want to be with him.
Okay.
I didn't. After all the stuff that I found out and just seeing how everything was going, it didn't take long for me to see how Nene was, see how he is, and I said, I think we should just be friends. But he didn't want that. So
wow.
He couldn't have it.
Yeah. I think part of it too was seeing the dynamic of everything he kind of wanted in a family, your family represented.
Yeah.
I think that probably had a lot to do with it too. Yeah, just kind of looking for that stability that he felt he never had.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Sad. I know last year, it was in June, he came over here with a trash bag full of his clothes. And I made him clean up, shower. I washed his clothes. I cooked him breakfast, all of that. And he was just like, wow. He sat there and he's looked at me. He was like, I miss this. And I'm like, okay, eat your food so you can go. Yeah, like not gonna happen, sir.
I got you, okay, but eat your food and go. Right.
Yeah.
But you know what though? I can always appreciate, especially because you have a son. It's like, you know what, I care about you. You're the father to my child. I don't want
Mhm.
to see you out here, just looking and being a whole hot mess. So clean, you got cleaned up. I washed your clothes, eat your breakfast, but you got to go. So I think that's nice. The same thing he was doing over his mom's, he tried over his dad. Dad wasn't having it. Yeah, yeah. Your son must be the apple of his grandparents' eyes. That's what Wayne is saying.
My God. Wait, which son? Blaze
I think they talking about Blaze. Are you talking about Blaze Wayne? Because she has
or my
two
oldest?
sons and a daughter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest son, he's gorgeous. He's so chocolate and he has curly hair. Like,
Oh,
yeah. And then Blaze, he is so handsome too. It's just like his eyelashes are so girly. Everybody thought he was a girl before I cut his hair off because he
wow.
has, yeah. So, oh my God, them boys drive me nuts. My daughter mixed.
How, your daughter's what?
Is mixed.
Oh,
So
okay.
she, mm-hmm.
Okay. You got a nice group over there. So, how are your parents feeling, about, just everything and about, Blaze dad and just everything you went through as a result of, that relationship?
My dad honestly doesn't talk about him, doesn't have any respect for him because
Mhm.
he's one of those men that if you don't take care of your kids, you don't provide. Even if you're not together, you need to provide for your kids. Then he just doesn't have respect. He's old school. He's very old
Mhm.
school. And so he just feels like he is that father figure in Blaze's life, so he doesn't deal with it. My
Yeah,
mom, she's more of just like I'm gonna support you in whatever you choose. So
which is nice. And I feel that's how parents should be, right?
yeah,
Authentically Lola, I want to say no, but Simone, she's saying, did Nene acknowledge your child as her grandchild?
no.
Wow.
No, she was upset when Bryce admitted that he is his child,
Wow.
and Bryce wanted him. He wanted him, and he told me after I had him that he wanted me to have his daughter, and I told him absolutely not.
Like, we're done. We're done. Does she acknowledge all the other grandkids?
Uh, the three that by
Okay.
the one person, Bree has two brothers by the same mom. Um,
Okay.
all like their age range is back to back to back.
Wow.
So people follow her. I think she took them to Miami over summer break, and everybody was like, "Where's Blaze?" I'm like, "Blaze wasn't invited," so she just acknowledges those three.
Wow.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Mm.
She
So,
thinks that I want money from her. She thinks that it's all about money, and I'm like, I had to think about it, because her fans are always just like, "Oh, she's not obligated to do anything," and I had to think about it, how she was raised, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Because I was raised with my grandparents. Like, what grandparents don't want to spend time and spoil you, and, just those memories. And then I thought about it, I was like, she didn't have that. That's why she doesn't understand where I'm coming from.
right.
Hmm.
And I guess she just wants the knowledge, is she the one that has the three is the first girlfriend
Correct. The first baby mama. Yes.
or the first baby mama, yeah. And I guess she just feels that's the only one I'm gonna acknowledge and that's it.
Yeah. And she only acknowledges those three because those are her favorite grandkids' siblings. Bree is the first one born, the girl. That
Oh, okay.
was on TV that everybody knows about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the other two are not, if I'm following what you're saying, are not biologically her grandkids, it's the siblings to her grandkids. Oh, they
They
are.
are, yeah. But if she gets one, she has to get all.
Gotcha. Understood.
Hmm.
Understood. Okay, wow. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. Let me see if we have any other question. Yeah, they keep okay, y'all. I said I'm okay, I messed up, y'all. They said they beat me up. They was like, don't send you to Zeus. Okay. Listen, guys, I was hoping Zeus could turn around,
Right.
turn around their programming and do a good programming, okay?
Just a check, honey, okay? And I gotta feed my kids.
That part right there. That part right there. So I'm trying to see
Right.
if we got. Oh, they're saying the We Network. Okay, Tori is saying the We Network. I gotta see. Do I watch anything on We? I'm trying to think.
What would be on weed? Now I was told back like maybe 2 years ago that Bryce and I should go on Ayana Fix My Life or something like that.
She was on what? She was on her own channel. Iyana Fix My Life was on. Oh, you know what? Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. I think I'm about to do better, but hold on one second. Ashley, thank you for the super. This is a good question. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for the super chat. She said, "How did Bryce take Greg's death?"
Let me put it this way. With the addiction, he is emotionally, what is the word I'm looking for?
Like not there.
He's not there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't take it the way everybody else took it.
Wow.
Yeah. He didn't funeral. So
yeah. Well, I know someone else that did not attend their sibling's funeral. But she said she just couldn't take it. Everybody can't take funerals. I attend out of respect, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't like seeing the person in the casket because no matter, I remember that moment, and it's hard to remember all the other moments, right? Because that moment kind of stays in my mind. But I go out of respect, but I do understand how some people just can't take it.
Yeah. No, I do get that. I get that. And that could have been his case. But I honestly I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Wayne, I'm about to get you, Wayne. He says Simone is beautiful. Yes, she is. But Wayne, you calm down over there.
Thank you, Wayne.
Wayne was like, oh, she cooked. Oh, she designed.
Oh, that's
yeah. Wait. Okay, Wayne, calm down. But yes, thank you for that comment. Yes, she is. Okay. Oh God. Okay, let me see if I see any more questions in here. Simone, do you believe? Well, I'm sure. She's Irene says, Simone, do you believe hurt people hurt people?
100%.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah. So you know what, Simone, this was. And anybody else have a question?
I'm here to answer whatever, y'all.
Just here to answer whatever. I asked you this. I don't know if he's gonna have the opportunity. Like, did he have the opportunity to make a phone call? I know you said he's married, which shocked me, right? But did he try to call you or send a message to you through anyone?
No, he's not gonna call me.
Oh, he's not. Okay.
No, he's not gonna call me because he knows he doesn't want child support to come after him, which they already did anyway.
Oh,
yeah.
Got it. Understood.
Yeah. So now add that charge onto him.
Understood. Okay, totally understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Paige is saying it too. She said, me to Diva, that image in the casting will always stick in my mind. I only do immediate family and close friends funerals. I can't do funerals besides those. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I literally go, because I want to show respect to whoever it is in the family or whatever. But I do prefer not to see that casket moment. But that's just me. Okay. They trying to help Wayne out. H. Fisher said, "I'm sorry, I'm late. Are you in a relationship now?" Y'all trying to do Friday night dating, okay? Y'all gonna stop. I cannot. Okay, Nate said Simone is fire. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Wait, let me see.
I love it.
Okay. Oh, they say good luck with all your ventures. Yep.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
Oh, Lorna, thank you for this. She said, beautiful story of courage and determination, Simone. Thank you, Diva. Blessings to you. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Let me see what else we got here. Um, Now I will say this. Another good channel you know another person you may think about reaching out to is what is his name? Because he does Love and Marriage Huntsville. What, Carlos King?
I reached out to Carlos.
Okay.
Never got to him for the past like 2 years and never got a response.
Really?
Mm-mm. And actually, um, when I originally started trying to do Blaze Stop, acting and stuff, um, Bryce actually gave me contacts.
Wow.
And when I reached out, that was another issue that Nene and I had. She literally scolded me for reaching out to people that she knew. Like, she went in on me. Cynthia Bailey told her, that I was trying to get into modeling. And then she was just like, you will never be anything that I am. You will never deal with anybody that I know. It was another man, I think he was a manager or something. And she found out about that, and she, like, just scolded me about that. And then she told anybody that works with me that um she would sue them.
Wow.
hmm Yeah. So
Ooh.
I was blacklisted. We were
You,
supposed to
you know
show.
what? Let's say this. You was maybe, but we're gonna take that out the atmosphere and turn that thing around.
Yeah,
Listen.
we
You got,
are.
you know what? Because no human runs anything, right? It's
hmm
God is in control. And so maybe it's time for you to circle back to some of those people.
You're right.
And
You're
you
right.
never know if you could get a yes now.
You're
I
right.
would circle back. I would circle back. Um,
Yep.
are Nene's sisters close with Bryce? Thank you for the super chat, Chat. They're not.
No, no, no,
Mm,
no.
wow. So besides his father,
Mhm.
who else kind of stands by his side?
He, I'm gonna be honest. The people that he calls his friends, I always said these are not your real friends.
Mm,
Or in your life for a reason, what they can get from you, what they know. Bryce is one of those naive kind of people. He's hungry for likes. He wants to be liked. He wants, people to like him. So
mhm,
he shifts whatever way he needs to go to make people want to deal with him. Uh,
mm,
so, you know, I don't think he really has anybody in his corner, because if he did, he would have strong enough people to tell him, what you're doing is stupid.
mhm,
When he went to his mother's club and went through the back door just to steal liquor bottles out of her club, they're calling me. The employees in the club are calling me. Your baby daddy is up here stealing alcohol, and I'm like, where's
mm.
he's with his friends? They're with him. I'm like, them ain't his friends. Like, why would y'all watch him do that?
Yeah.
So
Nene's been through a lot from what you're saying in terms of him. Like you going to your own mom's place of business and
mhm,
stealing from it. That's a lot.
yeah.
Yeah. I can see why she is definitely at her wits end and why she probably had enough and she has really tried. It's like, okay, where does it stop and what do I do?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Oh, honey, Tyler Perry. Listen, if I work with Tyler Perry, let me tell you this.
Ah! Listen.
Okay, plastic, I'm acting brand new. Okay.
Oh God. Oh, Irene, this is a really good question. To your knowledge, has he ever had a family intervention?
No, they don't care enough for that. He had one with me, but
Okay.
no, my family has had one with
Wow.
him. But his family's not like that. No.
Oh, goodness, 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 goodness. As they say, keep us updated with everything. Yeah, all I could say is wow. I mean, at this point, it's a situation with Brent, well, I'm saying Brent, with Bryce, where we have to just pray,
Yeah.
because that's really all that you can do. And as long as he has breath, he has an opportunity, if he wants it, to turn this thing around.
Mm-hmm.
It really does, but he has to want it. um I know he graduated from high school, right? Did he ever go to college, or maybe do some certificate or anything outside of that?
No. He has always wanted to own a restaurant, and he because he likes to cook. So it just never happened, and I just really think it's sad that when he was on the show, he made I'm just knows over 500K a year, and he has not a dollar.
Okay, hold on. He got paid to be on the show?
Mhm. Him and Brent.
Really?
Hmm. Yep.
Shut the front door.
And he ran through it.
As the children?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Every
Yeah.
season?
Yeah. That he was on it. Yeah, he got paid $1 to show for it. Mm-mm.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, that means Nene kids got paid. I wonder if Candy's little kids get paid.
If she signed for them to, yeah, it's in the contract.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, if she did, then yeah, they have their own little trust fund of money going in there.
Wow. That's
Mm.
interesting. Roya, thank you for the super chat. He said, does addiction run in the family?
That I don't know. I mean, they drink, and I've seen, smoke weed and things like that. But as far as the hard stuff, I honestly don't know. I haven't seen it, I should say.
Okay. All right. Sonia says she's seen you on Storm Show. Great interviews. Keep going forward, my sister. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. So yeah, wow, I did not know. So it's interesting that they paid the children, but
Hmm.
Peter Thomas said that he didn't get paid as a husband. He took 15% of Cynthia Bailey's, earnings. Um,
That could have been their contract deal.
yeah, so Nene had a good deal over there at Bravo.
Yeah, they do all that negotiating, before they start filming.
Right,
Mm.
right. Woo. Oh, Sheila said, well, did he ever work at Nene's restaurant at one
No,
point? Or no. Okay.
ran that. Brent was managing all of that before he got sick.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Woo, wow. That is interesting. Well, you know what? Give it up to Nene, because I mean, she negotiated the kids getting paid, and that's a nice little trumpet. Nene made boss moves. You better tell him, BP. Okay. She sure
Yeah,
did. Cause
that's
they saying, wow, 500K. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I give that to her.
Yeah, you gotta. Cause listen, there's some friends of the shows that don't make that much money,
Oh,
right?
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
Well, Sheila, hopefully, Cynthia Bailey negotiated Noel getting paid.
I think she did, and I think Sheree's kids did.
Wow.
I
Okay.
definitely, but I think they did too.
Okay. Now we get you giving us a little info here. Okay. Um, wait. Sebastian says, no wonder why Mark has issues with Brooklyn being on TV. She's getting the Benjamins.
You know what?
He probably is, and he's probably, but you know what though? That's so terrible of Mark if he does know that, because
Yeah.
that's trust fund money that could be set up for your daughter, and you blocking your daughter from making money. Who does that?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And I
Oh,
never understood why they don't allow, some people don't allow their kid, on TV. I mean, I wouldn't mind Blaze or my kids being on TV, but I guess there's some people that have, whatever reason. I don't
it usually be the fathers, because
know.
I remember Lisa Wu. Lisa Wu, her first set of kids are by a R&B artist. His name is slipping my mind right now. He said the kids couldn't. I want to say Keith Sweat.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're familiar?
Yeah, I met them. Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, like the girl I was telling you about that calls me her sister,
uh-huh.
she is her Lisa's goddaughter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's the one that blocked the kids from being on the TV. So when we first met her, I thought she was so foul. I was like, oh, you want to pretend like you only have this husband and this one little boy, the new
Yeah.
baby. But meantime, he blocked her from allowing the kids from being on there.
Yep.
Mm, it's interesting. Now, does Bryce have a relationship with Greg's biological kids?
Yes, he
Oh,
does.
wow.
Yes, he
Okay,
does. Yes.
okay, that's interesting. With some page said, I'm sure Candy kids are getting paid.
Oh yeah, Candy ain't playing by her coins.
Wait, E, don't start no mess, E. She's saying that Bryce got more than the Potomac girls make. Than the girls on Potomac make. He talking about the
Oh
active cast members. Listen, now we know Nene was about her business. She did her thing.
yeah, I don't know the facts on that one. I have no.
Ah, yeah. Yep.
That's
Because yeah. So what did somebody say? Wait a minute. Go back to the pay. Was Mama Joyce paid? She
no.
probably
Mama Joyce probably paid. I'm
yeah,
sure
Mama Joyce probably was paid.
she
Uh-huh.
was entertainment. She was probably paid.
She definitely was entertainment. Just like Miss Wanda was entertainment on Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Yeah, it's a lot, but that's it's let me tell you something though. If you don't really know how to manage money or come from money, you can run through money really, really easy.
Absolutely.
And then you have to pay taxes on that money, which hopefully he did.
Yeah.
And taxes are a beast. You, especially if they give you, I don't know how they give their checks over there. I don't know if they give you one lump sum. I don't know if they pay you per episode, but
Yeah.
if they give you one lump sum, $500,000, and taxes take 40% of that, like it's brutal, it's beastly. But I don't
Yeah.
think taxes are taken out. I think they have to pay their taxes themselves on it.
Correct. And that's why I don't know if everybody remembers or even knows, and I actually exposed this, but Nene was $800,000 in debt with the IRS. A few years ago, she was hiding her Rolls Royce because she was in debt. But yeah, with the IRS. So yeah, they have to pay their taxes.
Wow. Yeah, they do. They do. And so you have to be really good and diligent with your money,
Mm-hmm.
or else you could really run into big trouble. Imagine owing the IRS $800,000.
Yeah.
I would pass out.
Me too. Me too. I don't even want to owe $20.
That's how I am, okay? What I'd be like, no, get this bill, let me pay this bill. Get out of here. I cannot. Okay. I cannot. Yes. So,
Mm,
but anything else that you would like to share with us or tell us?
no, if anybody has questions, I'm an open book, they can ask, but that's really it. That's our life. That's our story, you know. So I just take it day by day.
Right. That's all you can do really in this
Yeah.
particular type of situation. And
Mhm.
sometimes, God does things for a reason. And
Mhm.
you know, and fentanyl is food. It takes a lot of people out of here like that. Like
Yes.
that. So maybe with what he had, that was the best thing, that he got caught or whatever the case may be. And that he is where he is. And maybe
Mhm.
it gave him time to slow down, reflect on his life, and kind of, maybe change his life.
Yeah.
Um,
I've actually been sick. I'm six. Been single for 6 years now.
uh-huh.
Um, because guys that I have met, you know, um, they're in a normal life. So things have happened where um there's been fake pages made of me or blogs, and they just like take that person's background or whatever, and they can't handle that type of lifestyle, and it's ruined a lot for me. So then when I started dating guys with money, people were like, oh, now you forgot where you came from. So I just kind of I'm gonna stay single for a little bit. Now I'm ready to get back out there. It's been 6 years.
Ah,
I'm 32. It's like, okay.
your time will come.
Hmm.
They said, so do you know anything about how Nene reacted during that time period where, people go back and forth, fired, let go, didn't go back to RHOA, however we want to look at it. Do you know like how she did during that time period? With us, she was suing Bravo, calling Bravo racist. Anything you know about that particular time period of her life?
Um, like what is it that you're asking? Like how she reacted?
Yeah. I mean, I think we know because we've seen it in the news, but I mean, in the blogs and everything. But
Right.
I don't know if it impacted anything because they didn't have a good relationship to begin with, but did it even strain the relationship more between her and Bryce or
Yeah, no. Rob, that didn't. Yeah, he doesn't care. Like I said, he's emotionally unavailable.
yeah.
So if it has nothing to do with him, it doesn't matter.
Mm, mm. Wow, that's interesting. Um, yeah. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a lot. I thank you for sharing. Does anybody else have a question while Simone is here? We appreciate all of her insight and all of her thoughts and all of her sharing. Um, of course, we wish you the best. Nothing
Thank
but the
you.
best. Of course, of course, of course. And I thank you for coming here on the Spirit of the Moment on a Friday night. Okay.
I was in my truck. I was like, oh, I gotta get.
I know somebody else said, um, well, we listen, here's the thing, guys. All of this is like informational. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Thank you, Royer. Thank you, Royer. You don't know, you never know what nobody negotiated. And one thing we can say about Nene, when she was over there on RHOA on Bravo, she was at the top of her game. And listen, she was making a whole bunch of money. Tasha, I see you in the chat. You feel some type of way, and if you feel some type of way, you feel some type of way. And you said that I'm ignoring your question about a DNA test. I mean, I don't know, what is your question?
Yeah. What's your
Yeah.
question?
What's your question? Okay. All right. Anywho, we're gonna move forward. Here's the thing, guys. Let me say this. When we do these interviews, you take what you take from it, and what you don't want to take from it, you don't take from it. And if you don't believe and you feel it's not the truth, I wouldn't stay. There's
Yeah.
about 1,000 YouTubers live right now. Go where you feel all is well.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, and that's all. But you're sticking. Sometimes people, you stick on a part that we moved, and there's some bigger information here. And the
Mm-hmm.
bigger information here is that you have a mom here that had a child at 14 that finished high school, that went on to go to college, that is mothering her kids right now, that is, you know what I'm saying, that is dealing with a situation. And
Yeah.
that's the bigger thing you should take out of this. Every time, we don't always have to, dig in the gutter there, right? Because we're above that. And all I'm saying is that go above that and see what more you can get out of this in the bigger picture. There's a lot of teen moms out there. They have a whole show on it called Teen, whatever that Teen Mom show is. And that people have to learn how to survive and get through that. And here it is. Simone told the good story is, and the good story is that her family, the village helped her. The
Yeah.
village supported her. You understand what I'm saying? And you
Yeah.
worried about all of this other side stuff. Take it or leave it. But it's her story that she's telling. And I brought her here to tell it. And I'm over here, me and the Great Tribe, we embracing it. All right. Lady D, if you go back to the beginning, cue it up to the beginning, she will tell you how her and Bryce met. Yep, cue back up to the beginning. And Royer, that's my buddy right there. Said thank you, Simone, for being here. Right. Um,
Yeah.
Let me see what Juice Radio. This is my girl right here. There may be 5,000 comments in this chat. Don't feel bad if Diva doesn't read or put your comment on the screen. Diva still loves all of us equally. You stay sweet in these chats. Thank you, Juice. Thank you. Right? Because I can't read every one of them. We'll be here this Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be here this Saturday. But the point is, though, y'all got the gist of the good story. I'm going to put, like I said, in the description, I'm going to put all of Symone's information. Hey, if you loved it, go connect with her, okay? And listen, let me tell you something. All of us have a story, and none of us are perfect. Not one. Not even me, not the Diva. None of us are perfect, okay? We all got a story. And the thing is that her site names again. Ashley, I promise y'all, I'm gonna put it all in the description, okay? Because we got an up and coming interior designer here. Simone, I'm telling you, write that book. Because there's a lot of teen moms out there that they struggle. There's a lot of teen moms that they were scared. There's a lot of teen moms that the family didn't know they was pregnant, and they went somewhere, had that baby, and put that baby somewhere. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. There was a lot of them. You are one of the very fortunate ones because your family not only supported you to finish high school, they supported you through college. You better come on now. Amen to that. Amen to that. Because there's a lot of them that once their family find out they're pregnant, they're done.
Yeah, they're done. They disown them.
They disown them. And honey, I think I would have passed out in that hospital. Not only was you pregnant, that lady said you was about to have that baby.
Yes. She's like, you didn't know? No. She's like 8 months pregnant. Yep.
So I commend your parents. I mean, come on, Sheila. It takes a village. Job well done. Simone, you are welcome over here anytime. I promise that. I'm praying for nothing but the best for you. I would say those contacts, if you still have them, try again. Because you know what? You have to keep knocking on doors until somebody answers.
You're right.
Okay? So don't give up. Don't give up. Circle back to Carlos King. Okay? The circle back to Tyler Perry. Because you never know when you're going to get that yes in your inbox and it's going to pop up. You got a lot in you, and nobody can't tell you what you do and do not deserve. We are not the creators. The man upstairs above. That's it. Mustard seed faith. Mustard seed faith. Royer, if you could come up here for a second, if you don't mind, Royer, if you're still out there, say a couple words to Simone, and we're going to close this thing out. But I'm telling you, mustard seed faith. Can't nobody stop us. I'm going to tell you a true story. Like, even in the beginning with me and my YouTube channel, sometimes I can't say words right. I mess words up. I mess names up. I do. Listen, but you know what, though? Didn't nobody tell me this? God put me on this assignment.
Yeah.
So no man gonna stop me. You understand? Like, so don't let nobody stop you. Beautiful young lady. You got this in you, honey. TV is gonna look good on you. You look good on this screen right here. Not just that. And I'm telling you, amazing, gorgeous smile, beautiful teeth. Got your kid. I'm praying for the best for your kid that's going into college. Okay. Yes. Yeah. God bless. And wait, what did you say? And we still love you, Diva. Words wrong or not. Come on now, Sasuke.
Stay on it.
Wait, sometimes the door was not built yet. But what you are looking at was the blueprint. But now the door has been built. So go knock it down. Oh my God, Juice. Thank you. I need to drop the link again. Yeah, Juice, if you could come up here and say a closeout word too, I'll drop the link again really quickly. I want you to pour into Simone. Simone, these are my people that always come up and support me. It's Juice Radio. She got a word in her mouth. I just want them to put a word in you. And Roya, I just dropped it, boo. Miss Wilson, thank you for the super chat. Diva, tell them Bud Light, baby. You don't like it, go home then. Come on now. Come on
Right?
now. Come on now. Because we here. This is about positivity and pouring into another individual. Okay. It takes all of us. We don't have to knock nobody down. If you don't like it, go ahead. Leave on. Go on. Hey, Roy here.
Hi. Excuse me. Hi, how are you guys doing? Oh my gosh, Simone, this was amazing. This was beautiful. Not only did you shed light on the situation, but I feel like you gave us a glimpse of you. You are so beautiful, you are so talented, and continue to press forward. As Miss Nene told us, you never win when you play dirty, and we see, her words have turned into reality. So nothing can stop you. Continue pressing forward. Make sure you send Diva your stuff so that we can, put it in the description box. We can go follow you and keep you pushing. Thank you for being so vulnerable. Just continue on your journey. I am praying for your family. I'm a true praying man, girl. So listen, I am definitely praying for your family and that whatever doors God has for you, that they open up and open wide so that you can just
Thank
walk through
you.
them with no issues, no distractions, no nothing. So thank you, girl. I mean, I think you did an excellent job tonight. You didn't distastefully do anything, so don't feel bad about nothing. Don't let the comments sway you about nothing. This was your truth. And just thank you for being so vulnerable and honest with us. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you, Boo. Hey, Juice, can you give a couple of good words to Simone?
Girl, y'all have already given 1,020 million great words. But if I need to come on here and give a few, I will. But I'm not going to show my face because Simone is beautiful, and I ain't trying to compete. I ain't trying to compete. No,
It's
I'm
the
not.
nails to
Not. I
me.
just get
Come
out
on,
the shower,
nails.
and those nails are, girl. Come on now,
Oh,
but
Yes, I love
absolutely
I
beautiful.
went
them.
to nail school when I was 17, so I'm like obsessed with nails. And then I
Come
graduated.
on, talent. Yes. Come on, gifted
So
talent.
I'm obsessed with teeth too because I went to dental school.
Oh, look
There
at
you go.
you.
Yeah.
Girl,
I
listen,
will
now,
say this.
you're gonna make me have
I
to
will
hook you
say
up with
this,
Dr. Heavenly. Don't
What is
child.
Go
I
ahead,
said
Juice.
you're gonna make me have to hook you up with Dr. Heavenly, honey. Now listen.
listen?
Oh, mm.
All right, let's hear Juice. Go ahead, Juice.
Listen, I would say this to Simone and to other people who feel like we just said before, you knocked on doors and you felt like, you don't want to go back to those doors. Sometimes the door wasn't ready to be open yet. Because if it was not ready for what you had to present it. So you have to not look at those doors and say, well, I'm not going back to that door. There's a lot that can happen in a day, especially when you look at construction. There's a lot that can happen in a day. But the most valuable thing I want to tell people is this. When Jesus went into the tomb, they thought he was going to be there for forever. And
Mm.
this is why it's so important about days. On the first day, he was still there. The second day, he was still there. But the third day, there was a change that was taking place. And then there was a moment where people went and there was a total transformation that had happened. And get this, Jesus didn't even open the tomb himself. God the Father opened the tomb for him. So sometimes you trying to open a door that God said, wait, I'm not ready yet, but wait a moment. Let me be the one to open the door, because once I open the door, can't nobody close it.
Yes.
So go back and knock on them doors. Or maybe, Simone, do this. Go back and watch those doors already be open and waiting for you to come on in.
Boom.
I love y'all.
I love you back. Thank you, Juice. Okay, Friday night sermon. I know that's right. In my
You know I love you.
I love you back.
Thank
In
you.
my opinion, what is your good word for Simone?
Simone, you are so beautiful. Let me tell you something. It takes a strong woman, okay, to be able to start doing it at 14. Okay. So I want you to know, baby, that whatever you feel like you want to do, you're already gonna be able to do it. Because God gave you a amazing gift, and that's your strength. So don't you give up
Mm.
on no dream that you got. Whatever you do, you keep pushing. If one door closes, you knock on the next one. And you just keep on knocking until one of those doors open up because you are strong, you're beautiful, and you're amazing.
Thank
And
you.
you raising those kids by yourself and you still staying strong through it all.
Amen.
Don't let nobody steal that joy that you have in you. I saw you smile so many times tonight. I was like, look at her. Ain't nothing stole her joy.
You
Yeah.
gonna steal them teeth though? On Friday night cute. She stuck in traffic and she show up on cute. Carrie, what's your good word for Simone?
Um, really, she's inspired me. And I think she's inspired so many other people. I was pregnant in high school as well, and my parents stood by my side. They never turned their back on me, and it's so vitally important. When I look back on it, I think I put in the comments that they stuck by me in high school and throughout my 20-year Navy career.
Mm.
Every time I deployed, they kept my children,
Wow.
and I wouldn't be where I am today without them. But when I listened to her story, I took a little bit of a different path because I kind of got scared, and it seems like you're fearless. I was afraid, and so I made some decisions based out of fear. Um, I wanted to be a dentist. I wanted so many other things I wanted to do that I thought I couldn't do because I had children, and that's totally not the case. So she's really inspired me. So that's what I want to say to her. That she she gave me a different outlook on what I can do in my life. I'm 48, and you know, I see things a lot different now. Just listening to her story.
Oh
So
my God. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Simone. Look
Thank
at
you.
you, girlfriend. There we go. These are all, Simone, just so you know, these are all the people that hang out with me all the time.
Okay.
All the time. Good people.
Yeah.
Yes. What would you like to say to
and
Simone?
let me say one
Yes.
last thing.
Uh-huh.
I really appreciate how because I have three sons,
Okay.
and I so appreciate how you did not quote unquote drag
Mm-hmm.
um his father.
Mm.
I really, really appreciate that. I mean, you told the truth,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all you did. You didn't say anything outside of that. I mean, I'm sure you feel a lot of stuff down in your shanana, but
Yeah.
you didn't. But you didn't say it, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I respect that
Yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
it takes a lot to hold all of that in and not air out all of your laundry and how you feel on social media and to us, So
Yeah.
yeah,
My
you'll
kid.
be you'll
Um.
be blessed because of that too.
Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. And I kind of look at things like my kid. I'm the youngest mother of all my kids. And so, their parents may see it or they watch this kind of stuff and they know who I am,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, I don't want them to be uncomfortable with their kids coming to my house.
Mm.
Oh,
I don't.
absolutely.
Hmm.
And children see things different, and no matter what we as parents do, our children still love us.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
still love us. So it doesn't do any good to speak negatively about the other parent because it hurts the child,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
regardless. So I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. All right. What's your good word?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, perfect. Since we were coming up to pour in the cup, I wanted to pour in the cup as well. Hi, Simone. To echo everyone else, I think you are beautiful. I have seen videos of you before, and I
Okay.
know one thing about you. You have a courageous spirit and a bold personality. And
Thank
so that is going to attract opportunities anyway. But what I really came up here to say, and I posted it in the chat, and Diva, you did have it on the screen, build your own house. Because I'm the one that was saying about all of these people in these networks because they are so grimy,
Hmm.
and you don't want to spend all this time chasing your dream and
Hmm.
then get there and then just to have somebody swindle you or take too much off the top or too much of a percentage. And I feel everybody has a starting point, like what Diva said. And you're doing your YouTube, you're doing the TikTok. I just feel just keep pushing because you have an attractive spirit anyway. You're already bold, you're fearless. People are going to come. People are going to come. And just like Juice said, it wasn't Rome wasn't built in a day. It just takes time. But be patient. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you.
Well, listen, guys, did we have a Friday night service up in here tonight? Amen. Listen, I appreciate all of my good people here that I love. Okay, Roy, in my opinion, Juice, E, and Carrie. I appreciate y'all coming up and pouring to his sister because you know what? It takes a village. Simone, you are welcome here anytime.
Thank you.
Anytime, okay? We
We
will
thank the
always.
chat too. We thank the chat
Yes.
too for their encouraging words as well.
Yes, but
Thank
there
you,
was
chat.
many encouraging words in the chat. Thank you, Roya, for that. And we thank you. We thank all of y'all for spending your Friday night with us. I do not take it for granted at all. Okay. And listen, we can support each other because all of us, when I tell you all of us can win. I promise you that. The best story anybody ever told me was when you go in the supermarket, go down the bread aisle. There's probably about 95 different thousand breads there, okay? And they're there every week. That means they're all selling. That means they're all selling. That is us. That
Yeah.
is us. We can all win. You don't have to cut nobody down. You don't have to wish for nobody down for. You can support and you can love. I'm going to put all of this sister's information in the description. Go support, go love on her. And if you don't like her, don't go over there. That's it. That's all. Okay? Stay where you at. That part right there. Okay? Got this sister here, did dental school, nail tech. I mean, she did it all.
I have.
You know, there's some people out there that they want to cry, woe is me. You
Yeah.
will have some people out there crying, woe is me. This sister here being productive and she did a lot with her life and she's going to continue. We're going to see you on the top, girl, and we recap shows over here. And one day I'm about to recap yours. I promise you, everything you want, you're going to get it. Keep your head up. Keep your head up, okay? Yes. Beautiful spirit soul, honey. And we love your smile and your whole look and that whole natural look right there. And you looking good, girl. You better do that thing right there, okay? Listen, guys. Listen, guys, this was a great interview. We want to thank Simone. Put all this applause in the chat and the heart and the love for Simone here. She shared her story and she came over here to speak about one thing and she shared her personal story.
Yeah.
Didn't have to. Shared her personal story. So put the hearts in the chat there. We love y'all. Thanks for being here. Simone, I will be in touch. Okay. I'm going to give you my email address so you can send me everything and much love. We're praying for Bryson, guys.
Please do.
Yes.
We're praying for Bryson. It's a lot. Addiction is rough. It's hard. Right?
And we're going to put it in the atmosphere
Come on.
that Bryson is going to clean up his life and all the children are going to come together and everybody will be on one accord. Nene is going to come and be on one accord. Brent will be on one accord. And it's going to work out for the good of those who love the Lord. And I believe that all of y'all are faith believing people. So we believe in that. God going to turn it around for everyone's good. So, yes.
Thank you.
Amen.
I like that.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. All right, guys. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Good night, everybody. Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Bye, guys.